it's a great day to dig into God's Word, just to stop ourselves midweek and take a moment and just reassess, realign, look at God's Word. So this past Sunday in Clearview Kids, we were talking about unusual things that God does. And we were talking about how God does the unexpected. How many of us love when we get to see God do the unexpected? When a bill gets paid and we didn't pay it, and it just, miraculously takes place, or there's a miraculous healing, or somehow we're 5 minutes late leaving our house for work and we don't speed and we still end up 5 minutes early for work. These amazing, unexpected things that only God can do. Sometimes they're an unexpected encounter with someone in the supermarket or in a store, and you weren't planning on being there at that time. You were planning something different. But God does the unexpected. And on Sunday in Clearview Kids, we were talking about this aspect of the God we serve. The unexpected, amazing things that He does. And one of the big things we were talking about doing, Levi, help me out here, was that we're not supposed to put God in a what?
Box.
In a box. And what does it mean when we put God in a box?
He can't do much things?
Yeah, we kind of limit God when we put Him in a box. And it's hard to think that for even a moment that me in my humanness, in my flesh, in my, basic form, if you will, that I could limit the creator of the universe. But we do it all the time. We decide kind of how God should or shouldn't do something, or what God should or shouldn't do. Now, I believe in praying specifically, and I think we need to take things to the altar specifically, but we also have to operate in faith to know that God can meet our needs in supernatural, miraculous ways. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So here's kind of what that means. See, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is a verse many of us know. It's to trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding, but in all of our ways acknowledge Him and He will make our path straight. We break that verse down to trust in the Lord with all of our heart, with all of our strength, means that I have things that are coming up around me that I don't know how to navigate, but I'm going to trust God no matter what. I'm going to believe that He is capable, that He is able to meet my needs. Now, let me show you kind of what this means of putting God in a box. This is Levi. He's 8. He's cool. He moves, he runs, he hops all the time. Just like that. Can you dance for me? Can you do jumping jacks? Perfect. Now watch, I'm going to put him in a box. Ready? You got to jump for me. 1, 2, 3. He jumps. Oh, he's in the box. All right, get all the way down in that box. It's a big box. He's perfectly fine. It's a really big box. And even though he's a big kid, I can put him in a big box and you can not even see him. Sometimes we take our big God and put him in this big box, and then we kind of tuck that big box on a shelf and don't even let Him be a part of our lives. We kind of pack Him away. We know He's there. We like that He's there. He's comfortable that He's there, but we don't let Him be a part of our everyday. Hop up here, buddy. You're a little stuck. All right, turn this way. Now, Levi can move in there, right? You can breathe, you can live, you could eat, right? You can do all the things. I want you to go ahead and dance again. The same dance you did outside. Do that same dance. So you can still dance, but do you feel a little limited?
Yeah.
Yeah, try a jumping jack.
What does limit mean?
Means you can only go so far.
Mm.
Try a jumping jack. You can't quite do You can't quite do jumping jacks on the inside of the box as you could on the outside. See, it doesn't mean that he can't do the same things, but there's a limit to how much he can do with it. When we decide things for God, when we decide what He can and can't do, why He should or shouldn't do something, who He should or shouldn't bless, when we try and make those decisions for God, when we decide what His goodness limit is, then we've put Him in this type of box. We don't remove His mightiness. We don't remove His sovereignness. We don't remove how good He is. But we decide in our own lives how much we're going to allow Him to move.
Mm-hmm.
We create boundaries for God. So today, my challenge to you is to stop for a moment and think over those boundaries. Sometimes those boundaries come up going, God, I need this to happen. And this is how it should happen. I need to be able to pay off this debt, so I need this much money, and I need it now, and I need this, and this to happen. And we start to give God a to-do list of how to do things in our life. Instead of going to God and saying, I have a debt. I need to pay it off. Help me, God, find ways to bless your name, serve you, and pay that debt off. God, I want to tithe. Is putting God first and then letting him do the miraculous. That's exactly how we take God out of the box. Let him be a part of your everyday. Let him be him. Allow my heart to align to his heart, not the other way around. And when we do that, we take the box and we put it over here and we let God be God in his fullest, in his best way possible. And when I promise you, when you let God be God in your life, you trust him wholeheartedly, willing to accept whatever outcome comes because he is able and he loves you mightily, that he cares for you abundantly, that when you trust him wholly and completely, he will be and do the miraculous in your life. And I promise you, you will see things you never thought possible when you let God come out of the box.